Hey, good evening, everybody, and we are at episode 9 of Ultimate Guide to Spooky Empire 2015, and this is going to be a fun night because we got drinks.
Drinks!
We're having cocktail hour, and we got Mike with his Mike's got a disco light over there.
Yep.
I like this. Oh, look, and he's got the Necronomicon of like evil potions there. Look at that. Oh, wait. Hold on. Go away. Okay. All right. We still good? All right.
Good,
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
You're still here.
Yeah, no. For some reason, the YouTube thing started, and I was like in double time. Anyway, and we got Rob over there, who is what are you drinking?
Hello. Drinking blueberry cobbler ale, courtesy of the Funky Buddha Brewery.
And how
tasty.
is it? It is tasty.
It's like your standard blueberry ale, more of a lager, but a lot of there's like a lot of cinnamon to it, some vanilla to it.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
That's it. So if you guys want something new for the spooky season, something to consider for those of you beer drinkers. Okay, there's a couple things before we started getting into the whole cocktail thing, and believe me, we've got a lot to talk about. I wanted to bring up a couple of things. The last episode we did, and if you haven't seen our previous episodes, I will put a link to the playlist down here, and the subscribe button I will put right up here. So now that we got that out of the way, there are a couple of guests there is a guest that has been added to the list that we didn't get to talk about last week, Matthew Lillard. Yeah, I'm super excited about Matthew Lillard. He's Scream, the one of the half of the killer team in Scream.
Yeah.
Shaggy from
Spoiler
Scooby-Doo.
alert!
Right there.
The movie's only 20 years old.
Only? I know. Oh, bad me.
Yes, let's make sure we're referring to the movie and not the new TV
Oh, the
show.
TV show. An interesting note, I actually watched an interview with Matthew Lillard on YouTube where he gives his opinion about it, and that's what I'm not going to spoil, but look it up on YouTube. If you want to know what he thinks about it. He's already answered it. It's on YouTube. But yeah, hackers. Matthew Lillard is going to be one of these celebrities I highly recommend looking up online beforehand because he's online a lot. He's answered a lot of the questions before. For example, he's coming out with a movie with Patrick Stewart, which is like fascinating. So it's like, look up these things about Matthew Lillard online. And I found out, most of you know, that I'm a big fan of Periscope. And I remember I was telling Mike, Tony Todd has a Periscope.
And I did follow him.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything yet, but Miko Hughes has a Periscope, and Skeet Ulrich just got Periscope. And so, Skeet Ulrich, yeah.
Who?
Don't give me your mom. That's who got one.
Who?
Your mom got one. So, yes. But Skeet Ulrich, apparently, he's already Periscoped about half a dozen times. So you actually get to talk to him not necessarily one-on-one, but he answers your questions and he interacts with the viewers. And I recommend looking up Skeet Ulrich on Periscope. So, okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, now, you all know we are going to be at the Hyatt Regency this year. And the Hyatt Regency... I'm not sure how prepared they are for this kind of crowd because we are a drinking crowd. So we are going to go through some of the quick.
Yes,
some of the quick disclaimers. Don't be leaving your drinks out. No glass by the pool. Don't be throwing up in the elevators.
Got Skeet Ulrich already.
Is he a drinker? That's a good question.
You know what? We'll find out.
Yeah. And he seems like he would be, and that's something else we're going to get into is celebrity drinking because that is a whole topic. But yes, and the hotel does have, I want to say, 3 bars. 1, 2. Do you guys remember how many bars this?
I don't remember how many bars, but I do know that they have the capability of having those portable bars because they do a lot of their.
Okay. There's one out by the grotto pool, the really tropical one they have.
Yes, there's the tropical one.
Then they have one inside. It's like the piano fancy schmancy bar,
which is where I will be because
it would have the overlook for the pool. Then there's another bar kind of in the middle of the hotel, in between the convention center and the hotel, like the rooms.
That's
So
what I was
there's
thinking
at
of.
least 3. I think there may be a 4th hidden one, but like Mike said, they will probably set up a few portable stations.
I know I've seen them do just walking through the convention to go to other places, the convention center, and they had no less than 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say 6 portable bars out.
That's
And
good to know.
I'm not talking, just regular beer. I'm talking top shelf, good
Yeah,
liquor. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
but expect to pay hotel prices.
yeah.
Don't go
Well,
thinking, I'm gonna go get me a beer.
$2 for a drink. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
No.
But with that in mind, there is something that I absolutely will bring up. There's the benefits to bringing your own alcohol as opposed to drinking at the bar. I personally like to get at least one drink at the bar because the wait staff is working really hard all weekend, and I
Yeah.
want to at least give them a little something because and they'll take care of you. And also, if you want to get away from the crowds, everyone's going to be out by drinking by the pool. Everyone's going to be at a room party, and that's all well and good. If that's your thing, cool. I just like the experience of drinking at a hotel bar. I mean, come on, we have the twins from The Shining, and this is a big creepy hotel. How would you not take advantage of doing a whole the Overlook hotel photo? Sitting
Hey.
at the bar talking to Lloyd.
Not to discount the bar thing either, but
No, not at all. I'm saying that's just my personal thing. But go
what was
ahead.
it? No, it was back when it was at the Wyndham, many, 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 many years ago. Many years ago. So you definitely go to the hotel bar because I had the opportunity to have a beer with Robert Englund, which was awesome.
That was my next point.
Doug Bradley was,
Hmm.
doing a couple of shots. David Arquette was just drinking his butt off.
Oh yeah, I
And I
remember
don't know
that
if
year.
yes, okay, that was a good. And
That was a good year.
for those of you who are NSYNC fans, and this just really tripped my daughters out. Joey Fatone
I know
showed
I'm going. He bought me a drink. He bought me a rum and coke. We had a moment.
Yes, Joey
It was a
Fatone
shared moment.
So don't think that if you got your own booze and you're going in, spend some time at the hotel bar. You'd be surprised who you run into. I'm still to this day. I drink a beer with Robert fucking Englund, Freddy Krueger. Are you kidding me?
That's a story you could tell the grandkids too.
Yeah,
When it was at the Hilton 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Oh yeah.
So just our one-off year that we had, 2012. Who was it that was at the piano bar with you, Demmie? He was singing Beatles songs all night long.
Ken Foray.
Yes, Ken Foray.
Yep.
Yeah, Ken Foray likes to hang out at the bar, and he loves to sing karaoke. So we were singing "Live and Let Die." So it's like I'm sitting in a bar singing "Live and Let Die" with Ken Foray.
Yeah. So it's very rare that you get those experiences, in your room. Now it happens. Alex Vincent may wander in. There's plenty of precedent.
Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall actually kind of threw a room party of his own one year at Mayhem when he showed up. So, it can happen, but your odds are greatly, greatly reduced.
Yeah. Your odds are better at the hotel bar itself.
Yeah, because, a lot of the celebrities, some do like to party and hang out with the fans, like, say, Migo Hughes, for example. But, some of the other ones say, like, for example, I don't know if he will, but, like, Julian Sands. I know at another convention I went to, he had a drink in the bar. So it's like you could easily end up with a story. Now, if you see somebody in the bar, don't automatically just go up and, hey, what was it like filming such and such? Because we already went through that in another episode. And that's not good. Don't do that.
Well, if you're going to ask them anything, ask them what they're drinking.
Exactly.
That's how I got my beer. Yeah,
and that's Joey Fatone. That's how I got Joey Fatone to buy me a drink, actually, which was very, very cool. Yeah, I got that story forever, man. So, but yeah, that is definitely, so those are your reasons for supporting the hotel bar. Now, of course, we know a number of us are on a budget, and that's all well and good. I believe it was, where do you guys suggest is the best place to get alcohol close to the hotel?
There is none. Wawa, maybe? The Wawa probably is.
You know
what? Do they sell alcohol?
No. Yeah. I know the ones here. Well, yeah, they do. They sell beer.
Yeah, they serve beer and wine.
Okay.
Beer and wine.
But not anything else. There's
No, you're not going to get a good deal on liquor on iDrive. There is a liquor store about 2 blocks away from the hotel, but you do have to go underneath 508, or is that the whatever the beach line is. So
Yeah.
it's not far away, but honestly, if you're going to bring your own stuff, why not just hit a liquor store by your own house? You'll probably save a few bucks.
Well, you have to remember, some people are traveling as well. Not everybody coming is going to be coming from Orlando.
Then make a friend on the Facebook page. Most people are happy to hook a brother up.
That's true. That's true. We're happy to encourage our fellow alcoholics.
I'll be the first to say I know of people who if they know I'm coming, they have a bottle of Southern Comfort waiting for me. So.
Yep. There you go.
It happens.
It does. It does indeed. One of the things
I don't get anything that good. I get things like old curmudgeon beer.
Well, you've also made a reputation for yourself as well as drinking.
I get Johnny Love apple flavored vodka. I get the nastiest crap imaginable.
Okay, but so that's something you want to consider, and a lot of people, and if you've seen photos of Spookies in the past, people are proud of their bars. There's a lot of people like Eddie. I mean, I don't know if you guys know Eddie, short little drummer, long, metal guy.
Yes.
He always takes pictures. He's got a huge bar setup in his room, and that's not uncommon. I know Darren and Ashley, they've brought a cooler with syringes full of God knows what. Boris, I know Boris.
Jello shots.
The Jello shot, the absinthe Jello shots, which I have the recipe for, and I will be giving to you guys in a moment. And again, going back to the whole portable, bars and the hotel, there will be drink specials. As far as how special, I know there's probably going to be specialty drinks. Spooky usually has something that they give the hotel to have on hand, not give alcohol, but like a recipe they have on hand. Something spooky themed that'll be a special during the weekend, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Because I think they usually have like spooky mugs. I don't know if they're going to have it this year, but they've had like spooky glasses in the past. You get a souvenir glass for that, which is always kind of cool. Like I said, and this is just all speculation based on past years. I mean, there hasn't been anything announced for this year, but it's quite likely. And just a couple of warnings before we get into anything: don't drink and drive. Let's get into all that. And the
Honestly,
biggest tip...
There's really no need to drive anywhere once you're there.
No, there isn't, but it has to be said regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And also, don't blow your wad on the first
Don't give
night.
booze to anyone under 21 years of age because we do not promote or condone underage drinking.
Yes, that's another good one.
Again,
Thank you.
throwing it out there.
No, that's very true. So if you're going to give a drink to someone, ask their age, because you could
at least let them lie to you.
Yeah. All right, but don't blow your wad on the first night. It's a very, very common rookie mistake to first night you get there, Friday night, everyone's partying, woo, spooky, woo, and then you miss the rest of the convention because you're hungover and you're sick the rest of the weekend. Rookie mistake. Don't do it. If you drink, by all means, pace yourself. Would you? I see you smiling, Mike. How many people you seen miss the convention because they screw up and drink too much on the first night?
Trust me, as coming from a guy that normally has not slept at the convention.
Yeah.
I have seen the gambit of people just stumbling around, and one minute they're there, the next minute they're gone, and they don't show back up until Sunday morning. So
that's because you end up drinking and you end up, getting drunk and you end up missing the convention. So don't do it.
I know this is slightly off schedule. This would be a really good segue into our best drunk stories or drunks we've seen at Spooky.
Oh, I'm more than happy. I mean, I've got no set schedule here, so if there's a story you're itching to tell, then by all means.
Yeah, I've got one, and it goes back in 2008, I think. Then 2007, excuse me. It was the second year it was held in the Wyndham, and it was a rainy evening. I think that's Saturday, and I remember we had some friends that they brought lots of stuff. They brought this horrible concoction called Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know if anyone remembers this. It was kind of a popular Halloween gimmick alcohol.
Yeah,
they were two bottles. One was Jekyll, one was Hyde, and they would sit together when you put the bottles next to each other, they were kind of curved, so they formed like one unit, and you do a shot of each. One of it was like a strawberry liqueur, the other was an herbal liqueur. It was bad.
It was not good.
And so, we're sitting there, and this is back in 2007. Yeah. Not everyone had really gotten they figured out how to bring their own booze yet, so we were one of the only groups that had any. And we had people coming up to our table, hey, can I have a drink? Can I buy a drink? We had that all evening long. And at one point, a friend of ours at the table, she has mixed the Jekyll and Hyde together, and it's awful. But she takes it a step further and starts mixing like cheap-ass rum with it and a couple other things to the point where it's just a goddamn disaster. Well, one guy who's already really
doesn't sound good at all anyway.
It's not. No,
it wasn't. It was really bad.
Anyway, so we've got this horrible drink just sitting there, and no one's even going to touch it. And we've got this guy who just randomly comes up, drunk off his ass, and he's like, "Yeah, booze. Can I have a drink?" And so we just give here you go, have this, and we give him.
We're sadistic at this point, right?
Yeah, we give him the jacked up cocktail, and he's drinking it, and he's loving it, and he goes, "Oh, this is so good. You guys need to come to the tattoo room. I'm one of the artists, and I'll tattoo you guys up." And I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that guy was able to accomplish the next day, because this was only 11:30. This wasn't even midnight when he stumbled across us, and we gave him something that was frankly lethal. I don't know if he made it into the tattoo room the next day, but God, I feel really bad for anyone he worked on.
Wow.
And that actually leads into another tip of ours. See, we're personally a little sadistic. If we don't know you, we can be very, very sadistic. However, as friendly as everyone is at Spooky, we still have to give you the Bill Cosby warning.
Yes.
Watch your drinks at all times. Don't accept drinks from strangers unless you trust them. You take your life into your own hands if you do that. Because, there's been some new people at Spooky over the past few years, and some of them don't have the best of intentions.
I haven't. My daughter's asked me about the book, and I told her I told you about it, but it wasn't live yet. So she's
no, not yet. No, yeah, I know she's chomping at the bit, and we'll get to that in a moment. It's the unveiling of the Necronomicon of Evil Elixirs.
Yes.
But yeah, don't leave your drinks out because someone could easily roofie it. Don't throw up in the elevator. Like I said, we gave you the Cosby cocktail warning. Most people at Spooky can be trusted, but it only takes one asshole to ruin it for everybody, and you don't want to take that chance.
Yeah.
If you're drinking, have someone responsible for you. Make sure they know what kind of drunk you are. So you get back to your room. I know people that will take a Sharpie and write their room number on like their arm or whatever, so people make sure you get back to your room. So that's okay. We've gotten all that out of the way.
Yeah. PSAs are now done.
Yes. Okay. So the PSAs, yes. So we've done our civic duty. Okay. So as far as like other drunk people, oh my God, this is, there was one just this past year, and and I always go back to the wedding singer, because I'm too much of a self-control freak to really get drunk. But it's the wedding singer, where Adam Sandler says alcohol equals puke equals smelly mess equals nobody likes you. There was a guy. Now, Rob, you remember him. What was his name that he was bugging us last year, and he was drunk, and his friend ended up leaving him because he was so drunk? Even his drunk friend didn't even want to band around him.
I just got away from that dude.
he was one of the guys. God.
I was going to say, there were two guys. They were clearly drunk, and this one guy said he had essentially been drunk since, this was Saturday night. He said he'd been drinking since Thursday. Just cheap, PBR, stuff like that. But he kept just going up to people going, "Hey, I'm Eric," or whatever his name is, and then he would try to, guess everyone else's name in the group. He said, "I'm not going to remember your name. I'm going to give you names." And so he gives people names, and he had his drunk buddy with him, and eventually his drunk buddy got so pissed that he was like, "Fuck this, I don't even know him," and he walked off. Because apparently it was just some other random drunk guy he met. They had no connection prior. So you can make friends. Just stay on the same wavelength if you're a drunk. If you're a happy drunk, be friends with other happy drunks. If you're angry drunks, just leave. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then of course there's and Mike remembers this, the angry drunk story that ended up with a big fight. What was it, 2 years ago? It was like
Yeah.
because and I'm not gonna say his name, but someone dressed as someone from the Rocky Horror Picture Show got
Yeah.
involved in that.
That
There was a chair thrown or something, and
yeah, that was a very sobering instance, real quick. And it's funny because I know the people involved in it, and I'm going, really? There was a whole lot to that, but it ended up with people who were drinking that don't normally drink. Uh, that ended
yeah,
up
this is not the
causing a
place to
lot.
really break your drunk cherry. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I wanted before we started getting to the recipes, I did, recommendations from us if you want to pick up particular types of alcohol. For example, and I'll just say it flat out: if you want to pick you up some white bitches, pick up some pumpkin pie vodka. Pinnacle has a pumpkin pie vodka, so don't get the jack o' lantern stuff. There's something in a glass jack o' lantern bottle, and it's gimmicky looking. It's ridiculous. It's terrible. It's a really bottom of the barrel rum, just really really
Okay,
bad. But
I hate to interrupt, but small
no, go
PA.
ahead.
Let's
Yeah.
not. Don't give Mike anything pumpkin related. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No,
I
we're an anti-pumpkin show here.
just for some reason people go off their rocker. Oh, I gotta get pumpkin vodka, pumpkin rum, pumpkin this. No pumpkin. Don't show me anything pumpkin.
Yeah, no, it's not like I said, but you want to get you some basic white bitches with the woo and the woo girls, and you want to be up with all that. Fine. There's Pinnacle is a pumpkin pie vodka, which will do very very nicely. I'm sure it'll make a nice girly drink, whatever. So I just wanted to put that out there.
See,
As
that's that kind of drink for people that don't drink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like the flavor of alcohol, so give me something that tastes like candy.
Yeah, that's. I don't
that's
drink. I'm gonna have pumpkin pie vodka. Ooh, this is good. Go to your corner.
woo.
No, it is not. It is not good.
Go to your
Okay, now,
corner.
yeah, go to your go to your corner. I like that. Um, I personally am a rum drinker, so I recommend stuff like the Kraken. The Kraken is a fantastic mixer. Kilo
Challenge.
Kai, yeah, Kilo Kai rum. It's Kilokai. It's a little hard to find, but it's like caramel rum. If you're a rum drinker, it's dark, it's spicy, it's really really good.
I think I
Also,
saw that. What's that? What is that? Total Wine.
yeah, they do have it at Total Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good
we
God.
absolutely recommend. It's a dangerous rum. It's sweet, but it's very, very dangerous. We call it ninja rum.
If you have a Publix liquor store near you, they will. If they don't carry it, they will actually order it for you. I've done it myself there, so it's good stuff.
Yeah. Now, something I've been trying to get my hands on personally is something that this man right here brought a few years ago. It was the Shipwreck Vanilla Rum.
Shipwreck vanilla rum.
Hmm. You don't remember that?
I barely
What
remember
was
last week. We're trying to.
that? But it was very, very good. It was, yeah,
You know what?
Shipwreck.
You know what? I do remember that now.
Yeah,
I do
it
remember.
was
That's one of
very,
those.
very good.
That's one of those that you can drink and. Hmm.
Oh yeah, it was just a nice, smooth, something, a sipping sort of thing. Very
And that's
much.
what Kilo Kai rum is. It's the exact
Yeah.
same thing. It kind of tastes like rum and candy together. It's very sweet. It's
Yeah.
got a little vanilla, a little caramel flavoring to it, and if you're not careful, you can
You'll
get
get
hurt.
messed up. Yeah. And also the other one, let's see, what I had a note down. Actually, and I wasn't aware of this because I'm not a vodka drinker. Maybe you guys can educate me on this. They have a black vodka. Did you guys know about this?
No.
They got vodka. They got purple vodka. I'm sure they have black vodka.
Yeah, but actually, I'm sure it might taste like licorice or something. But I mean, it's something if you want to make an aesthetically pretty drink, like black vodka and OJ. If you know how to layer that right, it could be if you want to do something pretty. That's
No, vodka should not be black. Don't buy into it. Vodka should be
hey,
clean.
you know what? There may be some dude bros and some woo girls watching, so you never know. Some people might want to, do the whole fraternity thing. Woo! So, and something, especially if you want other people to drink with you, if you want to just get like a case of something, for example, I personally recommend ciders. You know, you go something light like a cider. Everybody likes ciders. Let's see, is it Angry Orchard that has the
You
fall
know what?
cider?
Angry Orchard is good, but Strongbow. I know.
Strongbow.
Yes, I know. Sheila drinks. She loves Strongbow. Strongbow
I
is
don't
good.
know.
So
Does Strongbow have a fall cider actually?
I don't know.
I'm
Is
trying
it,
to think. Who has the? No, it wasn't Angry Orchard. It was another
Woodchuck.
Woodchuck. That's right. Woodchuck has a good fall cider, and
okay.
I personally like it. So something light, something you can sip on, something you keep
Yeah.
control. But like I said, if you're control freak like myself. But
Yeah.
and
And
now
if you're not a true beer drinker, then the ciders are the way to go.
yes,
Strongbows, the Angry Orchards, the
yeah,
what is it? The Red's Apple Ale.
yes,
The,
that's a good one too. Keeping with the
that's
season as well.
yeah. That's your speed if you're not a drinker.
That's well, that's all. I mean, I like to drink. I just like to keep it all in a nice level pace most of the night.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase that. If you're not a person who drinks normally, and I'm not saying that you
No,
drink,
no, no. I understand. Yeah.
but if you're not a person that if this is the only time you really drink, and you're not real good with beer or
Yeah,
liquor,
don't go running out of the gate and just immediately, oh, Goldschlager! Yeah, no,
yeah,
bad things will happen. So, I mean, we shouldn't have to say that. I'd like to think we're all seasoned drinkers here, but
well,
yeah, but yeah, you can. And one of the things, and I just thought about it. Bill Ezzo actually walked around with a flask and had the coffee Patron.
oh
That
god, that
stuff
stuff is
is good. It's good. So, I mean, that's something else
yeah,
to consider. If you
yeah.
like tequila,
If
get
you're a
the coffee Patron.
if you're a coffee lover, so yeah, that is. We gave some of that to Sheila, and she just
It's good.
that's
I
like
don't even
that's
like
like
tequila, and it's good.
yeah, that's like crack.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's
Good,
like
good
So
stuff.
is Bill going to be there with his tequila? I don't know. It's like
Bill, you're known for your tequila, sir.
yeah, he's got the long wavy rock star hair and the I'm like, dude, really?
Yep.
But
He,
yeah,
he
no,
gets he gets him some ladies.
yes, the cafe Patron. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's a good one. Something good to have on hand. Something nice and simple. Now, as far as if you had to recommend, let's say, if someone was going to pick up one bottle of alcohol, to bring to Spooky, what would you suggest? I already know what Mike's answer is going to be.
ooh.
Oh,
I don't know. I've got
maybe
a
I'm wrong.
couple. I've got a couple now that are, that are.
Okay.
But my personal is Southern Comfort, definitely. But that's me. I'm a SoCo man. But I do have somebody told me that there's Southern Comfort Caramel, which I'm dying to
Ooh.
try. So any of you that are listening, if you want to get on my good side,
You want to make a friend?
SoCo Caramel.
Mike can be bought.
Yeah, I can be
He's a
cheap.
cheap date.
Yeah, SoCo Caramel. And believe it or not, Wild Turkey Honey.
Okay. I'm not a fan of
Wild
wild
Turkey
turkey, but
Honey.
all right.
Believe it or not, and I'm not a big fan of regular Wild Turkey, but Wild Turkey Honey, I'll drink
All
a
right.
whole bottle of that and won't even think twice about it.
Huh. All right. Oh, you okay, Rob? You're still there. I thought you were freezing for a second. All right. So what about you?
If you want to make a friend, you cannot go wrong with Rumchatta.
Oh,
It
yeah.
mixes well with everything on earth. Hot chocolate, fireball whiskey. I mean, it works with so many things, and even just straight, it's fantastic. Everyone loves Rumchatta. They'll be happy to just have a shot. You maybe not drink all night, but people who don't like to drink much, it basically tastes like liquid cinnamon toast crunch. It's really, really amazing. If you have not had it before.
You could actually make good French toast out of it, and
Yeah,
it makes a
you
killer
can do a lot.
eggnog. Oh
Yeah, you can do amazing things with it. So that's a good, if you're just going to bring one thing, it mixes with a lot, but even just straight by itself. Now, my personal preference, if I'm going to bring something, if it's just a single bottle, I like the Crown Royal Maple. It's great for this time of year. Makes you think like you're drinking whiskey and eating pancakes at the same time. It's awesome. The Crown Royal Apple is also really good, particularly for this time of year, so you can't go wrong with either of those.
He's a fancy drinker
just-
over there. Yeah,
and
that's not a PBR man there.
And then just if you just want something else a little bit cheaper, I'm a gin man first and foremost. I love my gin. And the great thing about gin is, a lot of really high-end spirits. A good whiskey, they don't. Good whiskeys start at like $30, $40. Good tequilas don't start, like until $30 or $40. Only the cheap stuff can be bought on the lower end. You can get good gin for like $20. It's not like everything else. So you can get a really nice bottle that tastes great. A simple gin and tonic always works. Do a classic martini with it.
Yeah. And
so there you go. That's those are my suggestions if you're just going to bring one thing.
Yeah. So you look like you're fancy, with your gin and tonic there. So gives you a couple of class points there. Something to consider.
You look classy. You just look old. It's an old man drink, and I have no illusions about it.
It's an old man drink, but it's also something that, because we do have cigar smokers at Spooky, and they tend to have their own little corner. And
that's me.
Actually, yep, and there's a few people that absolutely love their cigars, and that's awesome. And I actually noticed in the fancier bar, the one that's out, not down by the pool, the one that overlooks the pool, actually has a case where they sell cigars there. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So you like a good whiskey with your cigar, something to consider. And we were speaking of Rumchatta. Actually, that kind of leads us into, I've got about 8 drink recipes here from some of our most tried and true, just veterans, that these are popular drinks that they keep bringing back year after year. And I was surprised when this one came up. And most of you guys know Joshua Von Warbear. You guys know him?
Uh-huh.
Big crazy Josh. Oh wait. Okay, I guess Rob. I don't know. He's not in front of his mic there. Anyway, he gave me one, and it's his signature one is the Rumchatta and Fireball. And he calls it Demon Semen. He says it's milky and it's white and it's delicious like demon semen.
You know what? For the record, that's actually on Rumchatta's website, and they just call it the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Shot. So
well, he decided to name it apparently after his own man juices. So, so that gives it a whole nother level. So if you see crazy Josh Von Warbear, he gives you a shot. Know what you're getting yourself into. So
I'll have to ask. I'll ask the people who tried it to see if that's actually a fair comparison.
I have a really bad joke I'm totally not going to make. It's tasteless, and I'm not a tasteless kind of woman. But, okay, and, and actually going back to, that was the first one I wanted to mention, but as far as if I was going to pick one particular bottle of alcohol, the Kilo Kai rum is actually very good. If we're going to go purchasing something at a store, I would have to go with, and it's called Sailor Cherry. Either that, or there's, if you're going low end, Cherry Jack rum. There's actually a cherry rum that mixes fantastic with Coke, and it's a strong drink, but it's nice and simple and very.
Yeah, that Cherry Jack works. It's very, very sweet, so it actually works really well with Diet Coke. Just for the record.
Yeah, so keep yourself awake at night. So it's something to consider. But me personally, I've got my own brand of mead. I don't know if this is a focus or not. Yeah, see, there we go. I have my own mead here. That's right, for special people. And that's the whole thing. This has been aging. This was made by Svein of Svein Photography, and he actually does mead on the side. And this has been aging, I gotta say, at least 8 months.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, so this is good. And basically, this was based on a recipe for a liquor that is very highly sought after, and it's only made in the Lithuanian communities in Baltimore. There's like a whole big story behind this, and I won't bore you guys with it, but it was something that was highly sought after at Dragon Con. I tried it years and years ago. I've been hunting it ever since, and the only places they have it are these underground communities in Baltimore. So after talking to Svein he's a man that loves a challenge, and he hunted down, even on the internet, it's called Viticus, Viticus. There is a little bit of back and forth on exactly what it's involved, but it's like a warm, smooth apple pie moonshine. It's honey and spice and warm and just, it's... The first time I tried it, my knees buckled. I've been hunting it ever since. And he basically did a mead based on that recipe, and so this is mine.
Nice.
Wow, this is my baby right here. So that's what I'm going to be drinking. But so that's going to be me. Now that man right there, he's going to be walking around with a big old cup. Was it Southern Comfort and blood? I don't know. I don't know, the blood of your enemies. Is that what it is? Oh, he's breaking it out.
No, hold on. No, I got it.
Okay.
I'm tossing the remote over to my daughter because she's going to use the TV while I'm over here. But no, I have the Southern Comfort. I have a cup that I bring with me, but I also have my.
Yeah, I know. I love that disco screen he's got going. I think it's cool.
I have for those that have had it. It's a very hot, spicy, peppery drink.
Really?
Oh no. Oh, I had that last. Oh.
Yeah, it's not a drink for everybody.
No.
There's only a select few that will actually taste it. I do have a full flask of it. That's all that I have left out of the giant bottle that I had. I have about a flask's worth left, so I'll have that with me.
We're going to need some details. What do you mean spicy, peppery drink? We're going to need more than that, Mike.
It's a mixture of bacon, ghost pepper, Thai peppers, vodka, Everclear, crushed red pepper. And
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, like I said, not everyone can drink it. It is.
I tried this at I guess it was Mayhem. Chad had some.
Yeah. Yes.
And he let me sample this. I think he was calling it Wizard's Fire. I don't know if it has a different name.
No, that's the stuff. I showed him how I make it, and that's.
And for the record,
ancient Chinese.
You know, I don't claim to be one of those alpha guys who like it's spicy. I can drink anything spicy. I don't beat my chest for that, but the fact is, I do. Spicy foods don't scare me. I can eat them pretty easily. I'll always go for the hottest hot sauce that's available. This drink, whatever demon's asshole this just oozed out of, my God! I was like belching Satan's farts for an hour afterwards. It was rough.
That's colorful.
I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want a lot of it, but it's something that's like, yeah, I'll try this again. I'll do like a half shot or a shot every year or so, but no more than that. I mean, trust me, it's going to send your kidneys and liver into just a false state of confusion. It's rough.
That is my drink. That is the drink.
Gauntlet has been thrown down.
That is what I drink, so just beware.
Yeah, if this man offers you a drink, think long and hard.
It's good to know. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Speaking of spicy, there we go. Zombieboy. Some of you might remember Zombieboy, David Storm, who he's out in Colorado now, and I think he's doing a whole writer-artist thing now. I'm not really all that aware, but his was a spicy Bloody Mary. Let's see. So I start with a chilled glass. Add 2 shots of the tequila of your choice, at least 2 shots of Louisiana hot sauce, 1 shot of pickle juice. Shake. Let's see. Shake. Let's see. Salt and pepper. Stir. Add a shot of Worcestershire. 3 olives. This is very, very particular, so I hope you guys are writing this down. Stir with a celery stick, and I add mixer of your choice. I guess that depends on your taste. Stir again. Garnish with a pickle and spicy green beans. And serve with a PBR shot.
Wow.
He's made this at Spooky a number of times. Apparently, it's been very, very popular.
Who's got this kind of time?
Some people pride themselves on concocting these drinks and being a mixologist and showing off their skills at Spooky. Some people really doing that. But some people want to do something a bit more complex than just rum and coke. So let me just read that one more time so you guys actually get this down. Okay. You start with a chilled glass. Add 2 shots of the tequila of your choice. At least 2 shots of Louisiana hot sauce and 1 shot of pickle juice. Salt and pepper. Stir. Shot of Worcestershire sauce. 3 olives. I guess 3 is very, very particular. You stir it with a celery stick. You add the mixture of your choice. Stir again. Garnish with a pickle and spicy green beans and serve it with a PBR shot. That's a spicy Bloody Mary, courtesy of Zombieboy. So, There you go. If you want something a little challenging, show off your
I
skills.
don't want fiber in my alcohol.
Okay. All right. If Bloody Mary is not your thing, but if you like the spice, that's something to consider. All right. Now, let me stop for a second. I know Mike's daughter has this amazing book there.
Oh yes, she
I
does.
I keep calling it the Necronomicon. I don't know if there's a name for it.
Well, it's basically the nerds drinking book, nerds drinking Bible.
Gotcha.
Pretty much what it is. Oh, and I actually opened it up to the Resident Evil drink, the T virus. So.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah,
That's a pretty drink.
I know, and I mean, she went through and compiled a whole different drinks from a lot of different genres. I mean, there's the Vortex Manipulator, the Sonic Screwdriver for all the Doctor Who fans,
Cool.
the Cortana, the Master Chief and the Covenant for all the Halo fans, for all of you Game of Thrones people, the Night's Watch, the Mountain and the Hound Boilermaker.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see. That one is a mug of beer, a shot of whiskey, and option 1 is to take the shot and sip the beer as a chaser, or drop the shot into the beer and drink it all together. So that's your typical Boilermaker. The White Walker Russian. All
right, well, yeah, there's a ton, but all right, let's go back to that T virus there. That looks like something people would actually want to try at Spooky.
Well, the T virus is 3/4 shots of silver rum, 1/4 shot of Everclear, and a blue Twizzler. So of course, you mix the 2 shots together. You take the blue Twizzler, put it in the thing, and twist it so it looks like the actual T virus.
Oh, that sounds like an interesting combination. Rob, you made a face. Why'd you make a face?
Just the Everclear. I'm not a fan of it mixed with other stuff unless it's been infused.
Yeah, you got a lot of alpha males at Spooky, so they automatically think Everclear. Yeah, alpha male.
Yeah, the problem with a lot of people in Everclear is that they think they can drink it and they can't.
Yeah, you got to pace it with that stuff.
Yeah, Everclear is definitely one of those drinks that if you're not a drinker, don't even. That's not the thing for you to do. But now, I mean, she's got, I don't know, there's probably a good, there's 1, 2, I'd say there's a good 50 or 60 so drink recipes in here.
Oh, man. Well, we only got an hour, so.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you all of them, but if you see me and you want a copy of this, I'm pretty sure that she will be willing to make you one for, because this is not. I mean, it's not a cheap thing to throw. I mean, this is actual.
Yeah, no, that's actually really beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, look at the embossing. I'm like,
so she put some work into this. So if you.
Yeah, look at that. Wow, that's really cool looking.
So, but this will be there with us. So we will probably be trying a lot of these out.
Cool. Talk to that man right there.
And like I said, if you want a copy of it, you got to talk to her and come up with some money. But look, for those that drink, this is probably going to be your best friend. Yeah, you probably want to get it from her instead of me, because if you get something from me, you're probably going to get the as Rob says, the demon's ass drink.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm just going to remember that from now on. Demon's
asshole. Yep. Yeah, the demon's asshole. I like that.
That's just not going to be my. It's like, what are you drinking? I'm drinking stuff from a demon's asshole. You want to drink? Yeah.
Right, now, Rob, you had a book there too, didn't you?
Well, I got a book. I'm not actually going to give any. It's not nearly as pretty as his, but. I'm not going to give any drink recipes from it because actually, as I went through it, I didn't like them. This is the Shag Party Guide. If you're familiar with the artist Shag, he has a drink book. Actually, it's drinks and appetizers. And I got to be honest, well, it's drinks and appetizers for different holidays. But I'll tell you, Halloween got the short end of the stick here. It really. I mean, there's a Rusty Nail, the Exorcist Cocktail, an All Saints Punch, but when you look at these, it's really unimpressive. So what I will suggest for a personal recipe, it's actually something I brought to Spooky many years ago, and frankly, it's kind of a girly drink, but people like it. It's Midori, ginger ale, and vodka. Nothing fancy, but the Midori makes it a nice, pretty green color. It helps the flavor for people who don't like real alcohol. The ginger ale does that as well, and then the vodka makes it just, gives it the extra punch. But, if nothing else, the green color kind of gives it the Halloween vibe that people like. Do one part of each, Midori, vodka, and ginger ale, mix it all together. People dig it. Like I said, it was real popular the year I had it. One person who claimed she wasn't much of a drinker got just about fall down drunk. So,
And that's always the goal.
That's worth something. It also does remind me of another drunk guy story, because I made like 2 giant pitchers of this stuff, and I was sharing that. And that's also where I met Push-Up Boy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, let me tell you about Push-Up Boy.
I got to go grab something. Go ahead.
Okay. Push-Up Boy, he was actually a friend's boyfriend. I had just met him for the very first time at this convention. And, we're all just hanging out by the pool. And all of a sudden, he starts dropping down and doing push-ups. And he'll do like a rep of 10, he'll stop and catches his breath and goes out and does another 10 push-ups and gets up. And he's doing this throughout the night. And apparently what I learned later was, and I don't know if it's true, I don't do it myself, but apparently it helps alcohol get through the bloodstream faster. I don't... Does that make sense, Mike? Have you heard of this before?
That's a new one on me.
Yeah, so like I said, I've never seen it before either, but that was Push-Up Boy, and so he basically would drink and then do push-ups after every time he did a shot or had a drink or something.
If nothing else, I think that would make you sick.
Yeah. You know what? In all fairness, he had nice-looking abs. He clearly worked out, so it had some benefit.
Hey.
All right. Well, then let me get to some of these other drink recipes here from some of these contributors. Okay, Dave Wallace. Mike, I believe you know Dave Wallace.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah. Okay, he does something he calls wolf's blood. It's vodka, cherry soda, with a little bit of grenadine. Now, have you had this? And?
I have. I like things that people don't, so but me, I liked it.
Okay. So, well, that's the thing. You have a distinguishing palate.
We gotta remember, I'm the guy that showed Chad how to make the stuff that made Rob. So yeah. Yeah. So of course, my drinking palate is a little different than most others, but no, I did like it.
Okay.
It's one of those that when you're at the convention, you meet people that drink the same as you.
Yeah.
People offer you something, and
you can make friends that way. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's something you like, oh, dude, that was great. Can I have some more? Oh, sure, you can have more. And so, that's how I got to have some of that. And
that sounds like a fairly safe drink. I mean, what, cherry soda, vodka, and grenadine? I mean, that doesn't sound like anything crazy or objectionable. So
apparently it's
I would imagine that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds good. I may actually try that. I don't know if the quality of vodka necessarily counts on this, but it's
plastic jug vodka all the way.
Yeah, some vodkas are better for mixing than others.
Plastic jug vodka is good for nothing.
Exactly, especially not mixing. Okay, Michael Favada. Most of you know him from morbidmovies.com or Florida Geek Scene. Apparently, his big signature drink, and it's very, very simple. 4 ounces of Trader Vic's Mai Tai mix, 2 ounces of Trader Vic's dark rum, and the juice of a lime. Now what you do is you combine it into a cup of crushed ice, garnish with a pineapple slice, a cherry, and a mint sprig. So if you want to go a little tiki-ish, a little bit of the islands.
That's a Mai Tai.
Yeah.
That is a Mai Tai, and it's Trader Vic's, so you can't go wrong with Trader Vic's. I mean, I know that man over there with the long flowing hair, he is a fan of the Trader Vic's.
Yeah, actually, I have a bottle of Trader Vic's coffee liqueur, and if you can get a hold of it, it's if you like Kahlua, you will love Trader Vic's coffee liqueur. Knocks it out.
That's good. That's another good recommendation. All right, let's Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. We have the Wolf's Blood. We got the Mai Tai. Here we go. Christoph Bates. Some of you might remember him, the horrormerch.com guy. Christoph, we love Christoph.
Yeah.
Now, Christoph, there is a cherry moonshine that he has that he's not given the recipe to. Apparently, that's a trade family secret. But he did give us the blood orange screw job. Now, let's see. It's a cup of freshly squeezed blood orange, or if you don't have blood orange, it's regular orange with red food coloring. A quarter cup of sugar, and add vodka to desired potency. Yeah, he said he was handing this out the last Mayhem he was there. So again, it's a blood orange screw job. It's a cup of freshly squeezed blood orange, a quarter cup of sugar, and vodka to desired potency. Like I said, and whether you use a blood orange or an actual orange, that's going to change the taste a lot. I think a blood orange would probably be much more interesting, and I don't like a blood orange.
Well, the extra sugar would make it a lot sweeter too. So
That's
interesting.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that actually sounds really, really good. So, like, if you want something that's pretty potent, that's something to consider. We've also got, now let's go fancy again. Joseph Puglia. Let's see. He does the banana cream pie martini. Apparently he does these every spooky, and I guess he's one of these guys that likes to be a mixologist, and apparently, according to him, it screws everybody up.
A banana cream pie martini?
Martini. Mm-hmm.
I like banana cream pie.
Exactly. So, something like this. This is a good mixture of something that's tasty with something that's potent as well. So you rim the glass with honey and crushed graham cracker pie crust, which I'm like, okay, so obviously this is something that takes a little, let's see. Then you mix 2 parts vanilla vodka, Veil is best, 1 part banana liqueur, 99 bananas is too strong. So I guess I'm not really familiar with banana liqueurs. And 1 part Irish cream. You shake it with ice. You pour it in the glass, top it with whipped cream, sprinkle more graham cracker crust on the top. And according to him, this is a quote from him, that is a strong drink that tastes great and gets you drunk quickly. It also tastes delicious coming back out. The recipe can be adjusted to be a little weaker by cutting back the vodka from 1.5 to 1 part. So, yeah, rim the glass with honey and crushed graham crust pie crust.
Now, I'm going to ask a quick question here before anyone does. The recipes that you have,
yes.
Are they going to be posted anywhere for anyone that may not be quick enough to write them down?
Yeah. If the YouTube, we have the YouTube. I'll post it in the description down here for the YouTube. I will post these, so you guys are welcome to copy them down. Because I mean, this one, the banana cream pie martini, sounds really good, and it's something like you have 1 or 2 of, and you're good for the night. So that's something to consider there.
So for whoever's watching, I asked that question for you. Ask another question.
Yeah, actually, and as usual, up here, I don't know which side it's going to be, and I don't know if this is going to be flipped in the YouTube, but up here, you see the Q&A. If we're live, you see the Q&A button. If you have something you want to add or a comment you want to make, the Q&A is absolutely open, so by all means, because we're going to be talking about drunk people and drunk celebs in a minute. And so if you have a story, by all means, share. Okay, there is that, and Boris gave us his absinthe jello recipe. Now, many of you will see Boris creeping around, and he will have the absinthe jello shots. Yes, creeping, yes. Creeper Creations, yes. Boris will be, he will be lurking about, and he will have his absinthe jello shots. Now, what he does, he says 6 ounces of jello, 2 packets, preferably green or apple or lime, so, whichever you like. 2 cups boiling water, 1 cup of alcohol, keep in the fridge. And apparently he uses, let's see, what kind of absinthe did he use? He told me.
Marilyn Manson's absinthe.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson's absinthe. That was discussed. 1 cup of cold water. Basically, you follow the instructions on the Jello packet, but replace half the cold water with absinthe. So there you go. So it's 3/4 water and 1/4 absinthe. So if you want to make absinthe Jello shots, that's something to consider. But he'll be happy to share his with you because he likes that. And the last one I have here, and this is going to be a fun discussion, the pickleback. Now, it wasn't at Spooky that I had it, but I've heard a lot about this pickleback, and I had it at
Mayhem.
It was mayhem. It was mayhem that I had one. It was interesting. Now, it's very simple. Apparently, this is really popular now, and this is from Mo. Mo goes on and on about these. It's a shot of Jameson. It's got to be Irish whiskey. So a shot of Jameson, and right after the shot of Jameson, you do a shot of pickle juice.
Where's the pleasure in that?
Yeah, well, see, the interesting part is, I mean, if you know anything about pickle juice is, a lot of people have hailed it as a hangover cure for quite some time. You know, and it's also supposed to help athletes with cramps, and there's a lot of medicinal stuff when it comes to pickle juice. So I've heard it helps with the hangover and such, and apparently it does something to the taste of Jameson, and there's a whole chemical something or other there. Mike, you got a look on your face. What's? Have you ever had it?
No, and I'm just trying to picture drinking that. That's.
Oh, you'll be drinking it because Mo's going to be pouring it down your throat. He goes. You see his face light up when you talk about picklebacks. He's insane about the picklebacks. So, yeah, but apparently there's scientific evidence that pickle juice is a hangover cure. So, I don't know. Maybe it helps alleviate. I don't know.
So I'm gonna drink something that's gonna get me drunk, but at the same time I'm gonna drink something that's gonna prevent me from getting drunk. So I'm gonna.
You know, that's not necessarily a bad idea because there was one convention that what was it? It was something. It was blue Smurf piss or something like that, but it was something with blue Gatorade, and it actually helped because it replaced the electrolytes, and so it kept you from getting a headache and kept you from being dehydrated. So it's not necessarily a bad idea.
Hmm.
Any other hangover suggestions? Because I don't want pickle juice.
Hangover suggestions? I don't know.
Okay, now hangovers. The one thing that I absolutely do recommend more than anything else, jerky. Especially like like venison jerky is fantastic. But I mean like any kind of jerky. The salt seems to soak up a lot of
salt and lean protein. Those are good things.
Yeah, and it alleviates a lot of hangover whatnot. There used to be something called Alka-Seltzer Morning Relief. I think they may call it Alka-Seltzer Wake Up Call. I don't know if it's discontinued or not. That was also fantastic. I don't know if it's still around. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really don't deal with hangovers much. I mean, what if you guys recommend anything as far as hangovers?
I don't know. I haven't had one in God knows how long.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rob,
pretty rare for me. I don't drink to that point anymore most of the time. Jerky, like you said, anything with lean protein. Stay away from eating extra carbs.
Yes.
You know, if you
don't eat anything greasy. I know bacon is fantastic, but if you're drinking, stay away from true, greasy foods. That's not a good combination.
Yeah, having a cheeseburger with after you've had like 5 beers is probably not a smart idea. That's a quick way to get yourself to vomit.
Like I said, don't get me wrong. I love bacon. Bacon is like, bacon lets me know that everything is all right in the world. But you don't want to go have, bacon off of a buffet that's sitting there and it's got all the grease.
Buffet soggy bacon.
Yeah. No, food at 3 o'clock in the morning is very rarely freshly prepared. So.
Yeah. So.
However, that's something, especially if you don't want to get a hangover. One of the things that you want to hydrate, of course. I mean, I like to have a drink and then water, drink then water, drink then water. Kind of alternate. But also, you want to keep in mind, you want to eat a little bit. You don't want to drink on an empty stomach.
Right.
I mean, drinking on an empty stomach is just
sense, but people forget.
It has to be said. It has to be said.
Yeah.
So don't drink on an empty stomach. Even if you're just snacking on like pretzels or snacks throughout the night, it helps keep away hangovers. So there's my advice. All right, and
my daughter
there's
put
something.
bat wings on our dog.
That's awesome. Every dog should have bat wings. Okay. Now, here's something else, and I don't know if Rob was going to bring it up or not. Rob, are we going to bring up the Iron Chef?
Yeah, we can. Here, I got my cup of it.
Oh, okay.
Take a good long look at this. This is absolute crap. Is it backwards for you guys?
No, it's good.
No, we can see it.
Okay. This is Winn-Dixie generic soda. This is their limited edition Czech funnel cake soda. Now, this is possibly the sweetest thing I've ever seen. Oh, wait, there's the dog with bat wings.
It's about as big as a bat.
Yeah, no. Fly, monkeys, fly! That's a flying monkey. Fly, my pretties, fly!
Anyway,
Right.
this soda is possibly the sweetest thing I have ever ingested ever. Now, I won't go ahead and say it's the worst thing I've ever tasted. It's not good, but it's a sip of it won't kill you. But here's the problem. 3 sips might. It's really, really super sweet. It doesn't taste like funnel cake. It tastes like maple syrup. So basically what this is it's kind of a slightly watery, sweeter maple syrup, and they turned it into a carbonated beverage. I have a
now,
damn
hold
12-pack
on.
of this.
Hold on, let me just interrupt you for a second. And you were wondering why people give you stuff like jalapeno apple vodka or whatever. It's because you purposely try things like that and post it
Somebody
online.
has to. Think of the children. If I don't drink this, they might.
But see, then you wonder why people give you stuff like Old Curmudgeon, because you do stuff like that. You open yourself up for it. So, by all means, continue.
Well, anyway, what I've been debating, I've got a 12-pack of this. I think 2 are gone because, I tried one, poured most of it out. I let my daughter and my son try, 1. They poured it out. There's got to be a way to make this good. I would like to see, if anyone at Spooky would like to have an Iron Bartender contest, I want to find out how we make this drinkable. It's got to mix with something that makes it tolerable. So,
Iron Chef competition, and there's your ingredient right there.
Yeah. So if anyone's interested...
Now, does it have to be the Czech brand? Because I know we had... What was it, Sheila? What was the one that we had? It was Czech brand? It was...
Well, there can't be that many funnel cake sodas out there, can there?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying there was funnel cake. There was another one. What was the other one?
Key lime. Key lime pie check.
Was it key lime pie?
No, they did too.
I know we had some. I think we had like a couple of cans of it, and I'm trying to remember what it tasted like.
It couldn't have been good.
I can't.
If anyone's interested in trying an Iron Chef competition with this as the secret ingredient, let me know, and I'll bring the rest of the 12-pack with me, because God knows I'm never going to drink it.
We'll give a prize. We'll give a prize for it if you come up with something palpable for this nonsense.
Yeah.
So, there you go. The Spooky Iron Chef. I don't know. Come up with a clever name or something. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Were there any other recipes? Let's see. There was the pickleback. There's the absinthe jello shots. The blood orange screw job. Mai Tai, wolf's blood, banana cream pie, spicy Bloody Mary. Okay, I think that about covers it. Now, we were trying to think. I'm trying to think because I've heard that Patricia Quinn is quite the drinker, and is often very, very drunk. So that's something you can, buy her with alcohol from what I hear. So I'm trying to think who else is on the guest list that is known to be a bit of a partier, or that drinks.
Well, I have seen Tony Todd out at the bar having a couple of drinks. I don't know how.
Well, I don't mean drunk alcoholic. I don't mean like that. I just mean ones that like to be out there and have a drink or two. Imbibe, yes.
Yeah. Let me see. There's a few people that I've seen. You can usually catch Alex Vincent with a drink in his hand.
And regardless of whether he's on the guest list, he's going to be there. Let's face it. So
you usually catch him with a drink. But see, there's a lot of people.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds is not going to be at the bar. Sorry, that's a very unlikely situation. Sorry to disappoint you guys.
I'm trying to think because there's a lot of people this time, like Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, who haven't been.
I think Skeet might be out there.
He might, but that's one of those things where he's not a guest that's been there before.
Yeah, so we don't know. We have no frame of reference. That's true.
I don't even know if he's much of a convention guest either.
I don't think he is either. I haven't seen his name. Come
I think
across.
He's on Texas Frightmare, and I think that's about it. And we do have a lot of new people this time around, so it'll be very, very interesting. Hopefully, we'll have some stories afterwards. Now, here's a good question. Now, and this may take a little thought. What would be your favorite drink that someone else at Spooky has given you? Now, while you guys think about that, the one that I can think of off the top of my head, it was at Mayhem, and Robbie was giving out these birthday cake pudding shots. And they were alcoholic, but they were pudding shots, but they tasted like birthday cake. I'm not sure what was in them, but they were really, really good. But it was like birthday cake, but pudding, but with alcohol. Really, really good. I'll have to grab the recipe from her. But I mean, we've all tried, we've tried God knows how many things at Spooky. So I'm curious, like, what you've tried. I've tried the pickleback and was not happy. Wasn't bad. It just wasn't my thing. But
I can't think of anything good anyone's ever given me. I'd like to drink
most
this.
people are drinking PBR.
This is a PBR and Clamato. Try it.
Oh, and you know what? Someone's going to be drinking that, too.
I honestly don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of drinks that I've had that people have given me, but I can't think of any one thing that stands out.
Wait, I actually can think of a major alcohol faux pas I committed several years ago. I was in this big infusing kick.
Oh.
I was taking vodka and making all these different, really, some were really good, but I made like grilled cheese vodka at one point. I made it was a lime and kiwi vodka. That was good. And a friend I think it was for Christmas or some occasion, he sent us homemade bacon brittle. Basically, instead of peanut brittle, you replace the peanuts with bacon. And it was a really great, sweet, salty snack. Fantastic. Somewhere in my head, I was like, you know what? We could turn this into vodka. And so I took a bunch of this stuff, I put it in some vodka for a couple days, and when I started to, pour it out, it was awful. There was like a grease slick on top of it.
Oh.
And the first time I tried it, it actually wasn't really bad. I thought, okay, this is fine, so I filtered it out nicely and made the mistake of putting it in the refrigerator where all the fat from the bacon congealed. And I brought this to Spooky. Even Mayhem, I don't remember which, at the Wyndham. And everyone I tried or offered it to just gave me what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Why would you do this?
See, here's the funny part of that. Yeah, here's the funny part of that story, though. Regardless of what alcohol you bring, let's say you have a home bar and you have a bunch of different types of alcohol. Say if you have something that you will never drink, you will find people at Spooky that will happily drink it because there are a bunch of drunks. Perfect case in scenario: the Ron Jeremy rum.
Oh yeah, I remember bringing that.
Yeah, you got to talk about the Ron Jeremy rum.
It's a little more common knowledge now, but about 4 years ago. Now five or six. Ron Jeremy was out pimping his own. He had Ron de Jeremy rum, and it's really cheap spiced rum. And I went to a signing because it just happened to been very close to where I live, and I bought a bottle from Ron. He signed it, and I had him sign it to Spooky Empire because the convention was just around the corner. And yeah, it was funny. I actually ended up having a conversation. Ron was like, well, it's like, I've been in some horror movies, and Ron starts running off his resume to me. I'm like, look, if you want to be a guest, I'm not the guy to talk to. But I got, Ron, and I broke out the bottle at Spooky, and we all tried it, and it was just like the cheapest spiced rum you have ever had in your life. But people were willing to try it simply because it had Ron Jeremy's name on it and picture. So there you go.
Yeah. So anything that you have in your house that, let's say, the Ron Jeremy rum, we tried it and we're just like, we don't like this. We're just bringing this to Spooky and giving it out to people. So
if you're smart, just put a porn star on the bottle and say, yes, this is Tara Patrick's bubblegum vodka. Try it.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. A bunch of it's a bunch of cheap drunks at Spooky. They'll drink PBR and Bud Light all day.
You know what's going to happen now, right? Somebody's going to walk around the convention and have Jenna Jameson Jello shots.
No, it should be Jenna Jameson.
There's got to be some way to pickle back into Jameson Jenna somehow. I don't know. Maybe Kahlua. Maybe it's sporting. I don't know. Yeah, another conversation. But all right. All right, I think that pretty much about wraps it up. Unless you guys can think of any other like funny stories that we completely forgot about someone being drunk that we can make fun of publicly on the air.
Who can make fun of publicly?
No, that's a downer note because that ended up being more sad than anything else.
No, I can't think of anything funny to say about anyone that's been drunk.
Yeah, normally they just end up being annoying or sad.
Yeah, but I will say, just if you're drinking, just know your limit.
Know your limit.
Yeah. Like
or don't get mad if we make fun of you and draw penises on your face.
No joke. Actually, you know what? I was looking through my daughter's book again. There's one in here that I think I'm gonna try and find and bring. It's called the Freeze Ray. It's vodka, it's creme de menthe, and Sprite. I think I'm gonna.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I think I'm gonna try and bring the ingredients for that. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is, along with this book, I'm gonna try and figure out how I can bring a few of the ingredients and just mix a few of them while we're there at the hotel, and just walk around with them and just be like, and
make friends.
Yeah, I have the book. I have the drinks. Who wants to be my friend?
What you gonna do for it? Huh? Yeah, people do things for alcohol. But yeah, there was something else I was gonna bring up, but it completely slipped my mind. But for those of you mixologists, if let's see, here we go. Look this up and keep in mind it tastes like maple syrup. So get creative. How much was this? Was it like what, $3 for?
It was $2 for a 12-pack.
Okay, so there you go. Right for your budget. Go get it. And,
I'm bringing it to Spooky. Don't even bring it. Just.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
Bring a mixer for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, bring that, and we'll all bring something, and we'll
make it work.
We'll have our own little mini con. It'll be the mini drinking con, and we'll all sit down and okay, here's your can. All right, everybody, let's go.
If anyone wants to do it, hit me up on Facebook. Hit the Con Mother up on Facebook. Let us know. We'll make sure we bring enough soda for everyone.
Yeah, and then
I say do it.
If nothing else, we'll have some great stories to tell about afterwards. I mean, because that's how most stories start, right? With some crazy mixed drink.
Every good story starts with, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
Or try.
So I was drinking this.
Try this.
Yeah. Or I'll just be sadistic and start giving it to newbies. That'll be fun too.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of them this year. I really do.
Oh yeah. That's partially why we're doing this, to hopefully to educate the newer people and get them a little more educated, so we don't make fun of them nearly as much.
No, we're going to.
No, we're going to anyway, but All right. So basically, we've got 2 more episodes of this left. There we have the convention packing guide, our best tips on what to pack, and then we have 1 more where we're going to go over the events, where what to expect, what are the better events, blah blah blah, our tips, all that good stuff. But yeah, so now you know some of the best recipes, some of our favorite drinks, what you can buy us with, and. I think that about wraps it up.
And we'll have, like I said, I'll have this book.
Find that man.
Yeah, I'll have this book with me, so there will be multiple recipes available throughout the weekend. So, this will be...
Now, Rob, Rob, as a reminder, what can you be bought with?
Sex?
Like not cheap.
Oh, well, wait up. Anything, whiskey. I'm actually, just don't give me crap, and I'm pretty good to go.
That's what I wanted to get you to repeat. Yeah. Just okay, no more old curmudgeon for you.
No, and just to end on the last, it's been said before. Don't be a dumbass. If you're drinking at this con, you've probably had alcohol before. So, as Mike said, know your limits. Have a friend. Don't be out there solo. We saw a very poor, unfortunate girl kind of just fall asleep in the middle of the dance floor last year.
Yeah, and I remember there was one that John had to bring back to his room just because some guy was trying to get all up on her and get all ridiculous, and so it's not unheard of.
Just use some common sense. Have fun. We all love booze, but just don't be a dumbass.
But speaking of ending up on a good note, I think the Lord of drinking. We all got to raise our glass here to Bill Hinsman.
Bill.
Bill. Okay, and if those of you who don't know, he was the original #1 zombie in Night of the Living Dead. He was an absolute legend, and he was a force of nature to be reckoned with. And I'm sure we've all got Bill
he could
stories.
out-party people a quarter of his age.
Yeah, none of you. I don't care how hardcore you are. I don't care if you've had the Wizard's Fire. I don't care, the Ghost Peppers. I don't care what you've had. You could not even compare to Bill.
Let me end on a Bill story real quick.
Yeah.
Spooky 2000, I want to say 6 or 7. Bill was a guest, and the first guy to play Jason, I believe, was a guest. And
yeah, Ari, whatever his name is. Ari.
Yeah, we had a neighbor that we used to live next to. Gentleman was one of Spooky's official videographers, and he was Australian. This man is no stranger to drinking. And I saw him, the Sunday after we actually all gotten home, and I saw him just looking dead. And he's like, yeah, at 6 in the morning, I finally went to bed. I was drinking all night with zombie #1, Bill, Jason #1, and at 6 o'clock, I had to give up. They both beat me. And this is a guy who's maybe 30, Australian. Bill handed him his ass. And still was up.
Probably went to breakfast right after that.
And that's what he did. He went to Perkins right afterwards.
2 hours of sleep, and then was signing autographs with a smile that morning.
That was Bill. But Bill, this one's to you, man. You are missed. You are missed. All right, so tune in next week and hear more of our tales and everything. And again, subscribe. And like I said, the recipes I'll put in the comments below. And we'll see you guys next week.
Before we go, I say that we do an after con.
Oh yeah.
After con?
Yeah, do
the wrap up.
Yeah, do a con.
Oh yeah. Okay, all right. I'm all down for that.
Yeah, definitely do a con wrap up of what we saw, experienced, and
and we get to make fun of all you fuckers that had too much of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll be watching. We'll be watching.
So there'll be 2 more before the con, everyone, and then 1 more following the con.
Yes. We're going to get here. It's going to be awesome. Because that's what we do best. All right, everybody, have a spooky night, and we'll see you next week.